Hey friends, it's Kathy here again today, and I'm here with Kevin of Fowler Soul Food. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Doing well.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about your history here in Austin, just your personal.
Born and raised in Austin. As a matter of fact, if you go out to the end of our driveway and look straight across, you can see my parents' house. So it's like a 2-minute walk from here.
Do they?
So
Really?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
they still
cool.
live here. Yeah.
I love that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, we've been they've been living at that address since 1971. So I'm not sure if you can tell how old I am, but I was born before 71. So.
I'm not going to make any assumptions. That's amazing. That's really cool.
Man, it's we've lived through a bunch of changes in the area. We've seen a bunch of changes, citywide. I think they're probably most apparent east of 35 between probably Old Torf and Breaker Lane. That whole section is just totally different than it used to be. And change is not always a bad thing. I think what makes change difficult sometimes is when the change is done in a way that's not beneficial to the people that are affected by the change. So I think that's where we are right now.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad your parents are still here.
Yeah.
So is the location one of the reasons you picked this spot for Fowler's?
We picked this spot, we were kind of led to this spot because we started looking in other places north and a few west of 35. We looked at a couple of places even further north up into Pflugerville area, and people weren't calling us back. We couldn't get any contact, or we would go somewhere and they would tell us, yeah, but we've got somebody looking at that. They're working on a contract right now, and we can go to a couple of those places right now and they're still empty. So, yeah, it makes you wonder, but that's okay. So we were, my wife was coming back from Houston one day and I was still working. I'm a retired state employee. And she was going between Houston and she cut through off of 290 coming this way and she saw the sign out here and she stopped. She said, we've passed by here before and we've seen the sign. We never did anything about it. And we called and, we spoke with them and they spoke with us and we came out and we saw the building that was in total disarray at the time, but we have wonderful landlords. They did a lot of work to help it be more appealing for us to want to come in and actually do something. So
It's gorgeous.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I remember what it looked like before.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, and I think that's why I was like, really, that this is here? And so you guys have done a great job. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
So when did you open at this location?
We opened, our official first day was January 12th of 2019, which coincidentally was, we never planned it, never thought about it. My sister reminded me of it. It was 1 year to the day from my retirement party, from when I retired.
Just can't stop. Gotta keep working.
Oh man, yeah, for a little bit longer.
So what made you decide to open?
Just a little bit of history about the cooking aspect of the business. My parents owned barbecue places here in Austin from the 60s. They opened in 65 and they ran into the 90s, mid-90s. It was Fowler's Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
And there were several locations, at different courses and different times throughout that 30-year run. But I've been barbecuing since I hated doing it. So when they made me do it, I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it. But I guess it kind of grew on me, and I enjoy the customers.
Are you open, Mr. Franklin?
No, sir, not today.
All right, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. We'll be open tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
So everybody's chomping at the bit.
If the gate is open, people come in.
Yeah. Well, my car is out there.
Well, that doesn't matter. They can still come. Yeah, I used to do it as a kid, from elementary age. I was probably 7, 8, 9 years old. So about 7, 8, 9 years old, I remember, just doing little stuff, feeding the fire with wood, helping my father go get wood, wearing aprons and doubling them up so I could walk around and wash the tables, just doing everything, from the bottom of the ladder all the way up. By the time I got into high school, probably 10th, 9th or 10th grade, he would leave me there by myself. So I was cooking and doing, running the register, doing everything by myself from that time forward. At first, I thought it was kind of cool until I figured out now I'm an employee.
Right.
And
you're like, hold on.
Yeah, and it just turned into Friday nights. All of a sudden, I don't get to go hang out anymore. I need to go to work. Yeah, so he kind of threw me out there, and then it put a bad taste in my mouth as a kid because I'm there and I'm seeing all my friends driving by. They stop and hang out with me for a little bit, waving at me as they go by to go party or do whatever.
Oh.
But it turned out okay because later on I felt the urge that it was something that I wanted to do, and I'm not a kind of person that's going to be, man, I should have done this or whatever. I want to go ahead and do it. If I fail at it, that's fine. I'll move on to the next thing. Mm-hmm. But it's something that I always wanted to do. And then with my wife, her family, they're all cooks, excellent cooks. Man, so that's where the soul food aspect part comes in for it.
Got it.
My sister-in-law, my wife's older sister, she does all of our baking, cakes, peach cobbers, all kinds of stuff like that.
Saying all my favorite words.
It's all done from scratch.
I love it.
We're not open today.
Oh no!
Tomorrow, Thursday through Sunday.
Okay. I can't even remember what we were talking about.
My sister-in-law
Yes.
does the desserts.
Yes.
My wife, she comes up, or she has all the recipes for the soul food items. Like every Sunday we do smothered oxtails. We started out doing that once a month. Then we did it twice a month. Now we have to do it every week. So we do it every Sunday, yeah. And we sell out every week. And we keep trying to ramp up. It doesn't matter. We sell out every week. That's crazy. But I never ate oxtail until I tried my wife's. Yeah, that's how I felt about it until I tried them. Yeah, it's way different than what you think.
That's what I hear. I've talked to people and they're like, my favorite thing is smothered oxtail.
Yeah, she smothers them very well, and the gravy is very special. Ooh, goodness.
Yeah.
As far as my wife and her sisters, they do and have done a lot, with their church. Anytime there's a church function, they all get together and cook up a bunch of stuff, and everybody knew them. Basically, the King girls cooking. Everybody's about to eat, so that's how that part came in. Mm-hmm. My wife, as far as business period, my wife used to own a medical supply company in Houston. So she's always been business minded. She has an MBA. She's all that formal education and a lot of gut instinct that we try to put to use as much as possible.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
I love it. So it's definitely a family affair here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Everybody that you see in here working is family. It's usually right now, my wife, Vaughn, and myself, my sister-in-law, Laverne, and our youngest daughter, Valencia. I was about to say Princess because that's what I always call her, the Princess. Right now it's pretty much just us, and occasionally one of my cousins, Paul, drops in and helps us out, or any of the other sisters may drop in and help us out, whenever we throw the flag up.
Well, I mean, this place is huge, and I bet it gets full.
It's getting better. COVID shut down a whole lot of that, so
Right.
people are starting to get a little more comfortable about coming in to sit down and eat. But we keep a nice stream of traffic coming through.
Got it.
In the past couple of weeks, like I said, the tables are starting to be more like normal. You'll see more than one person sitting down, as opposed to during the COVID time. There may be a person for the whole day that'll sit down and eat.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's better overall. I hope it continues to get better. Not just for us, but for all of the other small businesses, and just for the people in general, because we've all been constrained for so long, and we all need to get out and try to find some facsimile of normalcy, whatever that may be right now. But we all want to get back to normal some kind of way.
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And yeah. So I guess as we start opening up, do you guys have any big plans, or just to keep ramping up as allows?
Right now, we're trying to just try to keep up with the process and make sure we're doing everything right. Because we want everybody to be safe and healthy. Also, we want to get back to our original plan. Once we get to where we're back fully open. Prior to COVID, we had a couple of musical events here, so we want to go back to live music. We've had, birthday parties, graduations. We even had a quinceañera party in here one time. It was crazy. It was a lot of beautiful dresses and things like that. These kids are doing a lot of stuff for their birthdays, man. It's way different.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, so live music is definitely a goal of ours to get back to that. We both love music. I used to dabble in a few musical ventures here and there, and I come from a very musical family. I won't go too far into it, but my mother's first cousin was a founding member. He's deceased now. A founding member of a gospel group called the Mighty Clouds of Joy. Junior Franklin, Ermit Franklin Jr. And I played in a few groups as a kid, as a youngster. I played bass guitar for a couple of groups around town. My music collection should get me sent to prison because I have too much music. And, nobody has CDs anymore. Nobody buys records. I just got stacked. Do you? I have a lot of them.
I don't trust these digital files.
Yeah.
I gotta have it.
They disappear and they're gone.
They're gone.
Mm-hmm.
How do you gotta listen to it and it's gone. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But music is a love of mine and my wife. And we like the camaraderie, we like to entertain. And this is when we could do it on a bigger scale than being at home and actually have a whole band. So that's something that we're trying to get back to, is hopefully by sometime in the summer. I think things are pointing the right direction to where we may be able to, get back into that situation again.
I hope so. I just really hope so.
Yeah, me too.
Wonderful. Well, I look forward to that.
Yes, me too. Right now, since the COVID situation, we pared back down to 2 days a week, Saturday and Sunday, and things opened up a little more. So we added Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and now we're up to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday right now. Every day that we're open, we do serve barbecue. On Thursdays, it's generally barbecue only, because those are the days that's the day that we do our customer appreciation for our 55 and older, and as well as our veterans. We try to feed them real good. They get a 2-meat plate, 2 sides, a slice of pound cake, and a tea for basically $1 more than what we charge for a two-meat plate, period. Fridays are special. We call them Fried Friday. We do the barbecue, of course. Plus we have fried catfish, fried pork chops, fried chicken wings, fried shrimp on those days. And we're looking at a couple of other items. We just haven't gotten it down exactly the way we want it, but we got a couple other things on the horizon to fry up. Won't be Twinkies, but I think they'll be okay. Then on Saturdays and Sundays, we have our entrees generally rotate. Saturday is a fairly light affair. You might find some gumbo on Saturday. You might find, some other turkey wing or some other pork chops or some other chicken or baked chicken. Something like that on Saturdays. And Sundays are soul full Sundays. On Sundays, you always find smothered oxtails, plus at least 3 or 4 other items like homemade chicken and dumplings. Oh my goodness, what was the last thing? What did we have last week? Meatloaf, enchiladas, just all kinds of stuff. With the side list is at least 10 or 11 different choices. And Soul Full Sundays is meant for you to get your stomach real good and go home and take a nap. If you don't want to take a nap when you finish, then we didn't do something right. Because that's our mission. You're going to get full.
I love that. What joy you bring.
Oh, and all of those items that I just mentioned, plus the barbecue, all that. The first ingredient in everything that we serve around here is love. That's the first thing, because that's how we cook. We cook it because we love it, and we want you to love it. So nobody can love it if love is not in it. So,
guys, I'm tearing up over here. I can't even. My heart just feels full just getting to talk to you. It's so wonderful.
Oh,
look at this. Look at what you're doing to me. Well, that's really amazing. I cannot wait to come back and just get myself full. So,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. You got to come through.
I will.
Friday is usually a crazy day.
Is it?
Yeah, man. It's for the fried food. We do a radio ad every Friday also with KACI. And well, not just the ad, but it's a live call-in. So I call in to him. Half the time I forget and I miss my slot because I'm too busy. Or when I am talking to him, I'm in the back frying up stuff, rattling pans and everything else while I'm talking to him on the phone. So
Oh my gosh.
Fridays are crazy. Fridays go by real fast. And that's wonderful. Like I said a second ago, it's not just us. It's all these small businesses around here, especially the family-owned businesses. It's more of a struggle for us than it is for anybody. If you look at the way the government does things and the way they've kind of thrown things together under the umbrella of trying to help, originally it didn't work. It didn't work the right way, Sure, a lot of those big companies, they feel the sting. They have access to funds. They have,
That's right.
A big line of money that comes into them every month or every week, even whether they need it or not. If they don't need it, they just send it back. Try to be a small business and go to get a loan. It's practically impossible. We funded the opening of this business out of our own pockets because we couldn't get any type of no business loans, no anything. Even though we had a substantial collateral, our home, 2 homes actually. Didn't matter, they didn't want it. So, how does that?
It's not helpful.
Yeah, it doesn't help at all.
I'll see if I can make some calls and change the system.
Thank you. And I sure try every chance I get.
We'll do it together.
There you go. 2 is always better than 1. Yeah.